Welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gilmer and a podcast engineer here. And I'm excited to bring you another episode of the World of Ability, which the network and the show have started just under 4 years ago on July 26th, 2020. Which was the 30th anniversary of the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, by then President George H.W. Bush. And so the show is for everybody. I don't need to have a disability or anything to come on here. They can look at life from the perspective of people with disabilities, It's on. We're here every Saturday at 1 o'clock Central. And anybody who's interested in being on the show, so let us know and get that taken care of. We have a few great guests today. So I think I'm going to start off with Nick Yerhart here, who we got referred to by a mutual contact through the Happy Neighborhood Project. Robert Duran through 10X. And so welcome Nick. It's great to meet you or have you on here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so why don't you tell everybody a little bit about like who you are, what you do,
Hey,
anything like that.
so I'm Nick Yerhart. I have cerebral palsy. So how that happened was I was actually born dead. I wasn't breathing. I had no heartbeat. Thankfully, they revived me. But a year later, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And, from the start, the doctor said that I would never walk. I ended up starting to walk around age 5, and I've just been kind of figuring out everything that I can do ever since. And now I am a certified 10X business coach by Grant Cardone. So that's what I do as my business.
That's awesome. And I think you also have a podcast of your own too, right? You
Yes,
just
I do.
started.
Yep, I just recently started my podcast about a month ago. It is called the Infinite Abilities Podcast. And what I do on that show is I bring on other people with special needs. I prefer to say special abilities because I think we all have our own unique abilities. Just to for them to share, what it's like to live with what they have, how they overcome challenges, and just to inspire others to figure out what they can do and figure out how to get over their challenges. I also bring on entrepreneurs to share their journey and help inspire more people to become entrepreneurs themselves, or at least figure out what they can do.
Awesome. So we do have a couple other guests here and bring on here quick, and then so our next person, I think we also went through the Happy Neighbor Project, who brings smiles to everybody from around the world. So Santa, welcome Santa.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're off to a roaring start today. I've had a couple great meetings, made some people smile and giggle, and I just got off a great phone call with a fellow, and he is saying the same thing I am. There's going to be a big demand for Santas this year because we are going from 4 weekends last year to 3 weekends this year. So a lot of people are starting to scramble already, thinking for in-person visits that we're going to have all kinds of time available, so it's different. But I do all kinds of stuff online, and this is one of the coolest right here. Are you Santa approved? And it's starting to go worldwide, and I'm do birthday videos and happy birthday videos and Santa check-in videos, and now I do another kind of cool video that says thank you for the exceptional service. So people keep throwing different ideas at me, and I'm having so much fun with this and talking with people all over the world. So I'm meeting some amazing people. So I'm having lots of fun. Back to you, Emily.
Awesome. Yeah, it's doing great work around Santa. Thank you for coming on. And our last person we have on at the moment, another person we went through the Dreamer project, through who's a legal shield. Miss Debbie Miller. There we go. Hi, Debbie.
Hi,
Thank you for coming on.
Emily. It's great to be here and meet Nick. And hi, Santa. We've seen each other already today. So
We have.
thanks, Emily, for bringing us on here. Nice to meet you, Nick. I'm certainly excited to help others know about the abilities that are help protect the abilities that are each of us have, and to help us all know exactly what our rights are and keep them protected with Legal Shield and ID Shield. That's a great way to do that with only $1 a day for your whole family. So I appreciate this opportunity. Thanks, Emily.
Awesome. Back on here. So so Nick, can you explain a little more about like what you do with like 10X and like what is 10X, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, so 10x, it has different meanings, but to me it means 10x every part of my life. So 10 times everything. So like I want my life to be 10 times better. I want to do 10 times more. I want to help 10 times more people. So that's kind of what it means to me, is just be 10x in everything you do. So I really love what I do. I love helping business owners, but my passion is actually helping parents who have children with disabilities. So what I will be doing is I will be starting a foundation, so then I can provide services for families who have children with special needs, because that's what I'm passionate about. So I can't wait to get that started. But in the meantime, I'm helping business owners grow and scale their businesses. And it's been really great. I love what I do. So, yeah,
Good for you, Nick. And you said the key word, you love what you do, and the
I do.
passion will rub off on your visitors, on your customers, on your guests. So congratulations for taking the step, because a lot of people are too scared to take the step. So congratulations.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have someone, I guess, in your position who's been there, done that kind of thing, to be able to help guide parents in how they can be not just assistant, but also help to encourage their children to go for more. And
Yeah.
it's easy for all of us to say, oh, well, my child can't do this or he can't do that. Well, if we say we can't, we certainly can't. But if we don't put a limit on ourselves, no matter what our perceived abilities are, we can go much farther than we want, or than we originally think we can. And as one of our other friends often says, it just have to be creative sometimes to figure out exactly how you can do it, do what you want to do. And
Mhm.
It's awesome that you're not only doing what you love, but loving what you do and able to help other people see the joy in everyday life and how they can grow with that. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you too.
Ah. So Nick, how did you get into doing the whole 10X thing, or decide you wanted to do what you do?
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of all started about 4 years ago. I was actually going through a hard time myself, very depressed, and I knew that I needed to change. So I started listening to podcasts and just kind of seeing like what was out there, and I started my self development journey. Just kind of improving myself, learning how to accept myself, love myself, build confidence, all of it. And I ended up seeing Grant Cardone on Facebook. So I started watching his videos, and I was like, "Huh, I like this guy. He's kind of loud and out there, but he got a lot of valuable life skills that he teaches." So I got involved in one of his programs, which was really incredible. And that's actually where I had a coach who asked me, "Have you ever thought about being a coach yourself?" And I was like, "No, I haven't, because like I hadn't even had a coach until that point." And I started looking into it because my coach told me, he was like, "You have a gift. You have a amazing story, and you can use your experiences to help others." And I was like, "Okay." So I started looking into it, and I ended up doing the Grant Cardone 10X business coach program. So I went through that. I got certified, and yeah, I mean, I wanted to be more of a life coach, but it was just kind of hard to find my ideal client, because I want to help parents who have children with special needs. But, money's tight. There's a lot of extra bills and everything. So then I was like, "Oh, how can I help them, you know, the way that I want, without having to charge for my services?" And I was like, "All right, I will be a business coach, because I also like doing that. It's a lot of fun." So that's where I'm at now. I'm doing that to build up my business, so then I can really make an impact and help others.
Awesome, Nick. I know I found from things that as needing to teach somebody else, I'm actually learning more about the stuff, the situation, the topic, whatever that is. It helps me to learn more as I'm trying to express it to someone else. So
Yep.
it's interesting how that goes. It's even more than when you're just trying to learn it for yourself. So
Hmm.
congratulations as you move forward in this great business that you have. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you started the ball rolling down the hill. The old proverbial, don't stop now.
No,
You know,
never.
and it sounds like you've got a serious passion to help people. That's
Hmm.
very inspiring. And the reality of it is, whether you've got a disability or not, it makes you feel good when you're able to help someone.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. I like your quotes about success and about fitting in. I think, yeah,
Hmm.
there's uh kind of going along here, like being kind of fit in who you are and being able to um, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, that's important, for success. And
Yep, it is.
It's interesting how we can take what's important, what little spot of in life that sparked an interest for ourselves, and how that can bloom into something as wonderful as our, job or the career that we pick. I know
Yep.
even for us, we had 3 little boys that we thought we should have a will for way back when, but we didn't know anything about dealing with that. But we had no money to deal with it. So when we were introduced to Legal Shield and the fact that we could have Legal Shield plus have our wills written without any extra money was something that really excited us and moved us towards the position of actually being with Legal Shield as an associate to get that word out, because so many people did also want a will but don't know how to have it. And so for with our monthly plan, it's super easy to do that. But with your passion as well, it totally explodes really with as Santa said, it's just exploding and rolling down the hill, going to create that great big snowball that we don't really, I guess you guys in Minnesota know all about those snowballs. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
even here in the Kansas City area, we're all aware that the snowball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it hits. And that's a great thing, as it collects a lot of information, collects a lot of more support, collects a lot of people towards, and just helps to get the message out.
Yep, it does.
And the old
And-
proverbial. Sorry, Deb.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, how long ago did you start doing your coaching business? Did you
It
say?
was about 10 months ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, it's great that you're already this far ahead of the game, even with, I mean, relatively recently started your business. So that is
Yeah.
super awesome. And that snowball is already rolling quite quickly, I would say. Santa.
Yes, it is.
Have you got a business coach?
Do I have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yep, I have a few of them.
Good for you.
So,
You
yeah,
know,
with the 10X Business Coach program, you get your own coaches. So,
oh, there you go. Cool.
yep.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I just picked up my first one yesterday, and she's already throwing some amazing ideas, made me think of some of my ideas in a different perspective. So that, we're striving and we're pushing and we're trying to do this, that, and everything else. And suddenly somebody says, hey, slow down a little bit, take a deep breath. Let's look at it from, instead of ABC, we can look at it for, ABF, or something different, but it's still the same idea, but we could put a twist on it. And all of a sudden it changes the perspective of the idea 100%.
Yep. And I know, like, for me personally, and this is what I run into with other business owners as well, is we tend to put a lot of time into the wrong activities.
Yes.
And you actually usually can do a lot less, but more of the same activities and experience more growth a lot quicker. So it's like we try to do everything. Oh, I gotta do this and this and this and this. It's like, nope, just slow down. Let's focus on one or two things and just focus on that. And that always helps a ton.
Absolutely.
That's a great idea to focus on one or two things instead of the whole. I mean, it's great to have that list of things that you
Yeah.
need to do, but
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing, I guess, finding the one or two things that are most necessary right now.
Yep.
Santa doesn't have to be zooming along on his sleigh with all the reindeer. He can focus on other things right now, and eventually it'll be time to hop on the sleigh and take off.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
the same thing with all of us, there's a couple of things that if we focus on them right now,
Mm-hmm.
will get us farther ahead. And sometimes when we're looking at it, it doesn't look like you're moving ahead
No.
because you're working on these things and other people are like, oh, wait a minute, you're not doing this and this and this other stuff. But when you're focused here and getting this shaped the way it needs to be, whatever that might be for your business, then pretty soon the rest of it will take off, or this will be taken care of so
Yep.
the other thing can be worked on.
Exactly. And what I like to tell people is, a lot of times we get caught up in the how am I going to do this? How am I going to, market that much? How am I going to find clients? All that. And what I like to tell people is if your why is big enough, the how will reveal itself. So just make sure that the reason you're doing what you do is big, big goals, have a great purpose, and the how will slowly just reveal itself. And this is something that I experience all the time. It's like sometimes I get caught up and it's like, okay, how am I going to do that? And then all of a sudden it just kind of pops up and it's like, oh, that's how I got to do that. Okay, cool. You know, so
Yep, the old proverbial stop and take a deep breath every now and then and
mhm.
reevaluate. Never a bad thing.
Yep,
Well, I
exactly.
had a friend actually say sometimes when you get to that spot, it's also good to look back and to see why you don't want to stop doing it. Yes, know what your why is, but also why
Hmm.
you're not going to stop is because of whatever
Yep,
this other might be.
yep.
So that's a great, I mean, both things are important, but you need to know
Hmm.
what your why is. And as you mentioned, it's got to be often huge,
Yeah.
almost scary huge, but also
Hmm.
remembering why you started. And sometimes that is pretty big as well. And it's a good
Yep.
reminder to keep pushing, get out there again and do more. So
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah, I like to tell people, have 10x goals. So make your goals so big that if you were to tell your family, you would be embarrassed because you know that they're gonna be like, yeah, okay. But no, that's the type of goals you should have. Strive towards something way bigger than you, because then every single day you have something to work towards.
That's great, but that can also backfire. So you need to set some medium range goals as well, because
Yeah.
every time you reach a goal, you can be proud of yourself because you've succeeded in reaching a goal. Don't set
So
something
I called.
far. Don't set
Mhm.
something out too far out, Nick, because then you'll get frustrated because you've never reached a goal.
Yep. So I call those targets. So I have my goals, but then I have my targets. So then when I reach a target, then I celebrate. It's important to celebrate all your wins, no matter how big or small. Celebrate
Absolutely.
something every day. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yep.
All right, guys. I do gotta jump off, but this was really incredible. Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you, young man, and best of luck in your business.
You too. Thank you.
Awesome to meet you, Nick.
You too.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Santa Debbie, how's life with everybody?
I'm sorry, what, Emily?
Yeah, how's life going? I know Santa, you said you got somebody new. Um,
I'm
I know
story.
you have I have your show coming up on Mondays as well. And
Yep. Yep. I think we got to promote it in a little different way and get some more promotion out there. So I'm gonna make something up on Canva this afternoon, and we'll get something set up too, Emily.
okay, sounds good.
And that's at 5 o'clock Central Time, Santa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Awesome. That will be a great collaboration time, right?
yeah, it will. You know, I'm coming up with thinking of some different ideas of attracting more people.
Good.
So definitely stirring up. I actually had a really good what's the word I'm thinking of, all of a sudden it's gone. You know, compliment is the word I think I was looking for. A gentleman says, you know, people talk about you when you're not even in the room. And I went, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? And he says, oh, no, no, that's a really good thing. He says, obviously, you're stirring up enough controversy and to create the curiosities that people want to talk to you. I said, okay, I like that idea. You know,
Yeah,
so we'll
yeah, you're I guess sort of providing something for people to remember you by, or to to even say anything when you're not there. So
yeah.
it'd be
And
people remember
I
you.
mean, I look at the success I've had so far, and I start thinking to myself that, you know, April, May, and March, April, May is the toughest months of the year for Santa to do promoting, and I'm opening up a lot of doors. So now, even turning the corner into mid June already, 15th today. Wow, scary. Now people are going to start thinking about Christmas in July. So I think the activity is going to start building up and people are going to be more excited and being more encouraging. And then the next thing you know, it's going to be September and we're going to be full gun ho. And, so I'm not sure where it's going to go and how fast it's going to go, but I know I'm on a positive projectile here. So we're going to have fun with it.
Right here in Kansas City, we even have Christmas in October. So, and
Really?
yeah,
What do
and
they
I've
do?
even,
What do they do in
I haven't heard
Christmas,
of that one.
October?
I,
I haven't heard of that one, Deb.
they just do, break out the Christmas stuff and start getting it ready. I don't guess. I'm,
Well, that
I,
could be the start of they could be launching the official Christmas season starting in October.
yeah. Well, even here, we're gonna have some Christmas movies on TV this week. I think it is this week or next week. So I guess we're getting ready for the Christmas in July idea. So
Well,
yeah, we're getting closer and closer. I mean, I know you know exactly how many days you have until you gotta take off, but
we are down
I
to
don't actually know those days off the top of my head. So
like 192 already.
wow, the days go quickly, and then
They
all of a
do.
sudden, I mean, pretty quick. I mean, seriously, I feel like the kids just got out of school, and before we blink too many times, they'll be back in school, and then it will be Christmas already. So,
And some of the kids on TikTok, I get a giggle out of them because they say, I want Christmas tomorrow. And I'm going, no, no, we don't. We need the anticipation. We need the buildup. We need the preparedness. We need uh, to build the excitement level up. So I'm going, no, no, we only want Christmas once a year, but it's exciting to look at the future and how we can build the excitement, how we can build people to get into the spirit of Christmas, because there are a lot of people that don't even think about Christmas the first half of the year.
Right.
So now we're, I mean, officially, what, 6 days? It's going to be officially summer.
Yeah, we need to enjoy the summer before we hop into Christmas season. So
This is
Yeah,
very
into the
true.
up into the cold.
some of us have to thaw out a lot
Oh,
before.
yeah. And I know I've talked to people, quite a few people from down south this week, and boy, Houston, Dallas, Florida, 95 and 90-degree temperature. And I'm going, well, I think Minneapolis is supposed to actually hit 90, or was tomorrow for the first time, but we were supposed to too, but now they've changed it down to only 85. So,
Oh, well,
yeah.
pretty close. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, here in Kansas City, we hit 90, I think it was yesterday. So we've already hit it once, but next week's going to be a toasty one all week long. So that will even get them, some people even more ready for Christmas season because, I have sons and daughters of love who love the snow and the cold and the winter. So, I mean, there's going to be melting a lot in the next few days with it being in the 90s. So they enjoy finding all things snow and cold and right up your alley in the North Pole. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then if you just make games of it and think of different times of the year on why it brings you happiness or why it brings you joy, then you can start building, positive reactions to each time frames of the year.
yes, we have to get the Christmas trees growing a little more before Christmas season. So we have Christmas trees all ready to go. So the trees need some growing season.
Yes, they sure do. And I think in Kansas, don't they have a bunch of big Christmas tree farms?
Um, I think Canada does. So we have some Christmas farms here or tree farms here in Kansas City in the area somewhere. I've seen where you can go and cut your own trees down and things. So yeah,
Yeah, always an exciting adventure.
yeah. And of course, all those trees that they cut down in, I don't know, Northwest area where they ship them all over the United States. So the rest of the world can have a Christmas tree. Of course, Hawaii, I don't know. I think they just decorate a palm tree and call it good.
I think so too. I know Wisconsin has quite a few Christmas tree farms. I actually, in my other job of, being a truck driver, I loaded some Christmas trees out of Wisconsin one time, and I think
Mm,
UP of Michigan as well. But yes,
okay.
I know in Canada there's lots of places that have a lot of Christmas tree farms as well.
Yeah, I know my husband's family farm, they have some great Christmas trees growing. I mean, just in their woods, but a lot of times they just go out in the woods and find a tree for their house. Smells so good, which is totally part of the whole Christmas
It really
atmosphere.
is. It really is. And there's a lot of people that take that exact story, Deb, and build on it and create a whole holiday day adventure into, going and spending in breakfast with, they'll start with breakfast with the family, and then they'll go check different things out, and then they'll actually go into the woods and find the trees, and they don't want to find the Charlie Brown tree, of course, but they want to find the perfect tree.
Emily, do you have real Christmas trees in your house for Christmas?
Yeah, we have, yeah. Yeah.
That always smells so good. The whole house smells wonderful. with that tree and all the other food baking, the pies and well, eventually the turkey, but anyway, that whole lot of smells coming out of Christmas and holiday season. So
Yeah, the whole aroma.
yes,
Yeah.
to just package it up. Maybe we should just open up that package for Christmas in July for Santa. That would be, I don't know. Here in Kansas City, they might just put the turkey out on a grill or a smoker and save the energy
Yeah.
for here in the house, so we don't have to heat up the house. But we might have to make sure that our insurance policies are up to date with all that baking and grilling.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take grills and cook smokers out for Christmas gifts this year? Santa, do they fit into your sleigh and your pack?
Sometimes, but not very often.
Okay, it'd be kind of big.
Yeah, they tend to take up a lot of space. And some of these grills can get, holy moly, some of them are, 4, 5, 6 feet long with all
Yes.
the additional extras added on to them.
Yeah, actually some of my sons have had some of those grills or griddles or something that are like 6 feet long, or I don't know, maybe not, but anyway, it looks like it. Super long. Can put a lot of hamburgers on there.
You got that right.
Feed the whole community, neighborhood.
And then some.
Yes.
And have like all the gadgets that go along with the grill and
And all
so on.
all the accessories. The accessory list is getting bigger and bigger.
True. Well, it could maybe just give some of them at Father's Day and save you. Maybe we'll give the grills and the smokers at Father's Day, and then you can just pack the accessories along in your pack for Christmas. That would be
There you go.
easier on your back.
There you go. Absolutely. So
Santa, what have your videos been about lately?
oh, I've been doing some. I sent another happy birthday video to Australia yesterday. That was exciting. I've been signing more people up to Santa approved. But my daily video, I found a website that's got 171 positive sayings on it. So I make a video every day, usually about 2 minutes long. Share it to all my different it doesn't really do a lot of selling. It's just keeping my name out in everybody's face, but it encourages positivity, happiness, and positivity. So we need more of that. So today is Adrenaline Saturday. So I go look on YouTube and I find some videos. I found one where the guy's got a dash cam on his head and he's driving a motorcycle through traffic. And it's like, holy moly. Some people are going to go, this guy is absolutely crazy. But I mean, that's what is, and 2 weeks ago, I did one where they were, they put those suits on where they look like the flying squirrels.
Oh.
And then they jump off the cliffs and they fly. And it's like, that's pretty awesome. But that's serious adrenaline junkies. But it's fun because I get to find different videos. Yesterday I was swimming with sea turtles.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did a video today of my roses. They really appreciated the rain that we got this morning.
I bet. Yeah.
So they're,
How big are your rose bushes?
well, I only have 2 rose bushes, but this one had like a whole I don't know, 12 or 15 blooms like right in one area. So
Wow.
it was nice. I mean, it's it would be a beautiful I guess bouquet if I brought it in, but I'm just gonna leave it out there and enjoy it outside.
Absolutely. Good for you.
But
Good for you.
so do you have some flowers there for Mrs. Claus?
We got the daughter-in-law and son-in-law helped us do a nice, wonderful flower garden in the front of the house. And so it's about 3 feet by 15 feet with all different flowers that bloom at different times of the year. So there's always flowers like we've got, I think they're called azaleas, that they're the tall purple ones.
Uh-huh.
They're blooming now, and we've got, I don't know, about 10 or 12 or 15 flowers heads already up, and we're enjoying those. And then, of course, she has the gardens on the other side of the steps where she planted all her tomato plants, and can't plant anything in the backyard because the animals eat everything. So we planted them in the front yard, and we even put a fence around it. But she loves puttering around in those, and she's got some peppers and some chives and some tomato plants, and of course, two different kinds of tomato plants, and of course, your onions and your carrots. So we enjoy that. And then we have a nice
Yeah.
little swing that we get to sit out on and enjoy some of the wonderful evenings. But lately the mosquitoes have been, come to grow in millions all of a sudden. So you have to spray yourself down with kind of bug spray to even enjoy sitting out in the swing.
Yes, well, sounds like she's trying to keep you healthy so you can fit in all of those little chimneys that you have to hop down. And of course, you don't want to overload Rudolph and the whole team there. So,
Oh, absolutely. You got that right. And she loves baking, but she bakes with a lot of right from scratch. She doesn't buy a lot of stuff that, is prepared at the store.
good deal. That is good. We've been having lettuce from we have raised, well, actually just tubs that we've used lately.
Okay.
And so we have the tubs, and we've had lettuce for quite several weeks now. So some nice lettuce, and I get to wash it off with my Kangen water machine. And we picked our first tomato today out of our garden.
Already?
Well,
Wow.
it was maybe a little bit early, but I mean, the tomatoes already pretty red. I'm gonna wait a day or so before I actually eat it, but it's getting close. So pretty excited. Ooh, and we have Mary Ann hopping on.
Yes, we do. I had
Hello,
a
Mary.
good one-on-one with her last week.
Awesome. Oh, is that you I saw with her book? I saw somebody posted a picture of her with them and her book. So
No, it wasn't me.
okay. But her books are getting around all over the place. So
They are.
Hola, yes. Can you hear me from San Carlos, Mexico?
Yes.
Happy
Yes, we
Saturday.
can.
So, yes, thank you for having me on the show. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy and the Perfect Wave. So, Leon McLaughlin had a fundraising event last night in Kirkland, Washington. He'll be joining us and share the updates with that. I know Emily, he wanted the Zoom link. I just forwarded it to him. So we're here guests every Saturday. Thank you. The TD show, Kurt Roscoff, Sue Roscoff, Emily Gomeyer, the podcast engineer, and Jay was on the show last week. And looking forward to talking with Kurt and Jay this upcoming week about finding some funding to bring the books and animation movies and videos for this show. So thank you, Santa, for your time last week.
Absolutely. It was a wonderful conversation.
We sure did. And in reference, Debbie, you said you saw the books going out there. Yeah, Sue Roscoff shared our book and the puppets last week. We celebrated World's Ocean Day. We had a nice, I broadcasted it twice with the ocean cleanup, what they're doing, getting the message out there. And with these sea creatures, and Noah the hard of hearing whale, who's recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. It was a great, awesome show last week. So thank you very much. And guess what, Santa? Santa, Folk Manus Puppets is sending you a catalog. So
Well,
you
that's
can
awesome.
check it out. I don't see any reindeers, but I'll talk with them, and they come out with a new catalog and new puppets every year. So we'll find out what's on their list, and we can put that on the Santa's list, the Acts of Kindness series, and the Folk Manus puppets, the large and the mini puppets. They have mini deer puppets. So we'll see what we can do to have a Christmas in July show on the Today Show. So it's been a great week. And Debbie, maybe you did see a picture with Santa in the book, because that was a statue of a Santa Claus with a surfboard at the Long's Drugs in Waianae, Hawaii, holding my book. So that was a picture. So it really wasn't you, Papa John Santa. It was another Santa that's doing being of service just for us too, and promoting the books as well. So yeah, Santa, I got your website, and I shared it with other friends about what you do, and bringing joy to people around the world, and how to get Santa improving. Oh, by the way, Santa, I forgot. I have a girlfriend in Hawaii who owned a costume shop. She had 20,000 costumes, and she rented out Santa Clauses. So you never know. I sent it to her as well in Hawaii, just to let you
Well,
know,
thank you. I
to
appreciate that.
maybe attract some people in Hawaii. And
I got my first one signed up from Hawaii the other day.
you did? Who is that? Tell us about that.
That was Lee Kadoka, one of our favorite little networking buddies that we network with. And she signed up the other day, so I'm pretty excited about that.
So what qualifications do you have to sign up and get Santa approved and do something like that in a different state? Tell us more, because I'd like to share that with Carolina Costumes.
Well, it's going worldwide. I've got people in Canada that are looking at this, and people in Australia looking at this. It's not just a Minnesota thing or a US thing. It's all going to be all around the world, I'm sure, because people are talking about it. I've talked to people in 16 different countries about this in the last 10 days. So the word is getting out. And to get Santa approved is actually a pretty simple process. You go to my website, which is www.santapapajohn.com, and then you go up to the top and there's services. You click on that. This is all going to get revamped. My granddaughter is going to start working on my website here very shortly, but it's all going to get revamped. But anyway, as it is right now, you go up to the services and then you find Santa approved, which gives you to a landing page. And then you'll click at the bottom. It says sign up here. And then you sign. There's 5 questions that are yes, no, because I had to, set some guidelines and some groundwork. So it's a simple matter of, I wanted to eliminate adult activity. I wanted to eliminate drugs and cigarettes and alcohol and lawyers. Of course, we don't want lawyers. But then there's 2 questions that are about 2 sentences long. Then you pick your value, your price point based on some different packages that will soon be available. And then we do an interview and you are Santa approved. Marianne, was that easy enough to explain?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Thank you for sharing the good news, Santa. And we'll get that out worldwide.
Well, thank
So
you. I
I don't know if,
appreciate that.
and Santa, we have the books, we have coloring books, we have Folk Manus puppets, And Sienna, all classroom teachers in the United States of America can get copies of these books from an organization called donorschoose.org. A teacher just needs to have a teacher ID and go on donorschoose.org, request the Acts of Kindness series books because they're for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying. We're working on the climate change book. There's sign language characters. We're on the social emotional learning curriculum in Hawaii. And it's great activities for all ages of the heart. So the teachers now are on summer break. They have time to review it. And each chapter has an online course. You can visit the YouTube Acts of Kindness series and you can meet the character Santa, like I showed you. You can meet Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, and Greta Gobble on the golf course. And you can learn the finger spelling 26 letter alphabet. And then you want to read the chapters of the book. And then you can go to Apple and test your skills with your finger spelling, expressive and receptive skills. That means being able to put your palm out and do the finger spelling alphabet where somebody else, Santa, can read your hand and go, yes, that's the letter S. That's the letter A. That's the letter N. That's the letter T. That's the letter A. That's finger spelling. And then you can still go out and play the games for free and test your skills. So it's great fun for everybody, Santa. And we just created a flyer for Dr. Lydia, our attorney. And I don't know if I can bring that up, but she's writing copywriting books. So we are adding that for her to write a book. I got to design some of that this week. So that was great fun, Santa. And the coloring books have the shapes of the hand and coloring of the characters, doing the alphabet. So again, they're great activity books. Everybody wins, Santa.
Absolutely. And what a great idea.
Yeah, so we need to get that out there too. So that's what we're working on this week. And I don't know if Leon's on. Emily, can you let me know when Leon's on? And he can share about his event last night and fundraising with the Clean Water Foundation for writing our sequel book for climate change, featuring Waterflow the Whale, another folk Manus puppet that is just gorgeous, lovely, and they're all machine washable, Santa. The quality of these puppets are just amazing. So again, Santa, we got a catalog on your way to you from Folk Manus Puppets.
Well, I appreciate that very much and look forward to looking through it. So absolutely, we'll look forward to it.
So who else do we have on the show today?
Just you, you, Santa, and Debbie at the moment.
So where are you at today, Marianne?
Oh, I'm still in San Carlos, Mexico. Yeah, we're in a heat wave. It's been over 100 this week, so you got to get up, go to the grocery store first thing in the morning. Now we're kind of asking friends to shop with us so we can get a ride home, and stocked up on vegetables was on a sale. So I did really well on grocery shopping. I'm going to have some senior ladies come over tomorrow. We're going to celebrate Pride. I got some rainbow birthday little Debbie cakes, Debbie Miller, and I got some bread and some cheese. I'm going to make a rainbow vegetable tray, and just going to have just a nice little pool party, celebrate our friends. I interpreted for a deaf gay man for 10 years in Honolulu and had the greatest time going to all the different events, being part of their ohana and family and facilitating communication for him and the catamaran cruises. They took care of me as an interpreter. So I want to give a big shout out to Honolulu and Pride and hulas and catamaran, and what a journey I had, and over in Hawaii doing a lot of amazing water sport things and activities and signing at all different stages. So what a great journey again. So happy Pride this weekend. And we are seeing roses blooming here. at my apartment, and so we're just kind of staying home. And I got a new chair sent to me from Amazon. So Amazon did ship to San Carlos, Mexico. So and we wrote the first chapter of the book, Cool Acts of Kindness. My writer Suzanne is south of us in Mexico, in Aji, Mexico. There's a Unity Church down there, and our Reverend Margie has come over now twice from Honolulu Unity Church to speak. So tomorrow I watched it online as well as the Honolulu. I was the interpreter there. And Suzanne has given me the commitment to write a chapter of the week. So we should have the book written by August for Leon. And last week we also had 2 lengthy meetings with Dr. Liddy, my intellectual property attorney. So we're all on track for getting the trademarking, getting the books, the pricing, the copywriting, just making everything ready to go when Leon and them open the stores, and he'll share more about that. So it's been a learning journey to do all that. So, but we're staying cool. And yeah, it's been over 100. So inside we are, outside the pool. And I had a nice massage therapist come over, worked on me. So, and I have a chiropractor now. So I'm happy healing my neck and my back from an auto accident many years ago, and just life journeys as well. So I'm just sitting here kind of relaxed. And we also have the Mutual Aid Summit that's going on, and we'll be joining in with them, and as well as tomorrow. So we're doing things on our end here at the World of Ability.
Wow, sounds like you've been busy.
Yeah, so I got the little Debbie birthday cakes, Debbie.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sounds good.
So I see that Leon has joined us. Hey, Leon.
Hey, how's it going, Emily? How's it
Good,
going,
how are you?
everyone? Happy Saturday.
So
How are you
things
doing
going?
today?
Everything's going pretty well. We just had the event yesterday, and we're gonna do another event today for our Gold Coast Magazine June and July edition of Water for Children, and music around the world. And just like what Mariana was talking about, we're working with the private equity company that's going to be opening up those water, coffee, and juice bars, where we will be featuring her books and also promoting Water Flow the Well. And we're coming up with a theme called Flow for Love of Water. So yeah, everything's going good. The event was a total success yesterday, and we're having another one today. I'll send you guys pictures. The magazine, we got copies of the magazine. I'll send a Mariana. I think you already got an electronic copy, Mariana. If not, I'll send you one, and everyone else. So yeah, things are going super duper well. Every standing room only at the event. We had King Dre, one-on-one jazz band that played right at the Great Choice, which is right on the Kirkland waterfront of Kirkland, Washington. The Rumba Kings was in attendance, and they have a super great act that they do. It's a Mediterranean type group like the Gypsy Kings. So yeah, things are going real well, and they're working on the end of July, the private equity company, about that funding. So things should be rolling pretty soon here for us to start those stores, to put Mariana's books in, along with Dr. Emoto, who we have partnered up with, who does the messages of water. So I think with Mariana's projects and the Emoto projects, along with what we're doing with Water for Children around the world, we got a great bundle package. So yeah, everything's going well.
Awesome. Sounds very positive.
Yeah, and if anybody would like to join us, you can go to our website. It's www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org. Like $150 get a school clean water. You don't have to change the filters to after 10,000 gallons of water has been used. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're now in over 40 different countries providing clean, fresh drinking water to children around the world. So the momentum is really great. It's just like the Grape Choice. That was the ex-mayor of Kirkland's place who sold it to her general manager, and they gave us an event right on the waterfront in Kirkland, and we'll be doing it again today, along with a place called Melanie Lynn Vineyards. We're also there, and last night they were celebrating. I don't know if some of you guys remember Yes, the rock band. They had one of their hit tunes was a roundabout. His Alan White, the drummer of Yes, just passed away, so we did a tribute to him, and his wife was there at the event. So yeah, along with our Gold Coast Magazine Clean Water Foundation event. So really great things are happening.
So Leon, did Captain Mary and Captain Jack join you last night?
They didn't. I was waiting for them to come, but they didn't show up. But we had a packed house. Unbelievable.
And how much did you raise, Leon?
It wasn't to raise money. It was an inauguration celebration of the Gold Coast Magazine and a thank you to the community and people for bringing clean, fresh drinking water on our projects, to work with us with different organizations to help us bring clean, fresh drinking water to children around the world. So for the Gold Coast Magazine, when they put the article out talking about what we're going to be doing with our concert that we're going to have in El Salvador in Australia, that's in the magazine article, about us working with the Blackfeet tribe in Montana, the Hopi and Navajo tribe in Arizona, where we just sent like 50 water filters to the Blackfeet 2 weeks ago. We just sent a lot of water filters to the Hopi last week, and we're going to be sending them more water filters next week. So it was more of a inauguration celebration. Thank you to the community. The bands that played was spectacular. So it wasn't a fundraiser. It was more of a thank you and appreciation to the community for helping us bring clean water through our prior fundraisers. And it was great.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations again, Leon, for all that you do, the success of the cover of the magazine and the events that we're doing. And thank you so much for your time for meeting Dr. Liddy, our intellectual property attorney, so we can get clarity on the trademark that we applied for and the pricings and the copywriting. And I created a flyer for her this week. I sent it to you guys. And Emily, I just sent it to you. An email. I don't know if you could pull it up on the back screen, but Dr. Liddy is an intellectual property attorney in Orlando and New York. She was a host on HNP, Happy Neighborhood Projects. That's how we were introduced. And she's writing a short book about copywriting, and she wants to use the characters, the folk manners puppets that I've given them names to. And I created a flyer for her to use. And Emily, if you can pull that up, that would be great. I'm going to be getting a new phone hopefully next week, everybody. So I'll be able to download apps and do some other things here. I still am looking for an Apple laptop, but the universe is helping me out with my neighbors here to get me a phone down here in Mexico. I need an Apple one because I'm an Apple game developer, and we have 10 Apple app games up there that you can play featuring these characters. So it was great fun to work with my Fiverr team in Pakistan who created this flyer. And Dr. Liddy wanted the outline of the letter C, O, PY. So Emily, if I got that flyer, if you could pull that up, we can show Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken for the letter C. O is the octopus, which is the red octopus in our first book, King Octo the Eighth, who teaches us sign peace, love, happiness, and thanks. Then we have the letter P, which will be our Emperor Penguin, which will be in Cool Acts of Kindness, the book for Clean Water Foundation. Is going to be featuring an Emperor Penguin named Mr. Penmanship, who encouraged us to write letters for Greenpeace to Congress for climate change. And we have the lyrics of Lucy's song, Go Out and Play. So all these things are showing and demonstrating what it's like to do for copywriting. And we have the coloring books, and then we have the letter Y for the yellow bird, and that is Greta Thunberg. She's a climate change champion in honor of Greta Thunberg, who is a UK spectrum climate change advocate. And we have the logos of the Acts of Kindness series there that needs to be trademarked. We have the YouTube Kids channel that's being trademarked, as well as we have the Folk Manus logo from Folk Manus catalog that we publish on the books. So people thinking of writing a book, it's a lot of work. Not only to put all the content together, you can't do it all. You need a team, just like we have a team here on the World of Ability. I needed a cover designer. I have a book flyer designer to position the puppets, the names of the titles. Suzanne Sims, my writer. I'm the content creator. We have Lucy Lynch and the singer, her beautiful lyrics and poems for the soundtrack for the Acts of Kindness series at the back of the book, and making contracts and agreements with her and the musicians. So it's a lot of work, but I'm so grateful that we had the meetings last week with Dr. Liddy and you, Leon, so we can move forward and bring this to the world. So Emily, again, if you can pull that up, I'd like to show that flyer sometime in the show here today. And thank you so much. Glad to have you, Leon, here.
Oh yeah, glad to be here. And like you're saying, for us to put this package together that you're doing is going to be amazing. And for us to team up with Dr. Emoto out of Japan, their organization, and for them to sign on to say, let's put this bundle package together. And they even came out with a children's book for messages of water, just like what you're doing. They had the regular messages of water book, but now they have actually produced a children's book for messages of water that is going to be a home run hitter, just like with your books that you have, Marianne. So yeah, you're right. It takes a team, and I'm glad that we now have what you can call the dream team, especially to get the private equity companies coming in, to have all the other donors that's gonna be working with us to make sure that this project becomes very successful. And the bottom line, the publicity is good, the events is good, but the bottom line, let's get these children clean, fresh drinking water, who definitely deserve to not be drinking dirty water. That's horrible to be drinking contaminated water, and especially for children.
Yes, I have one other question. We got Earl joining us here too, but can you tell us the name of Dr. Emoto's books and where we can find them?
Yeah, you can actually Google. It's called Messages of Water, and you can Google it, and it'll pull right up. It's like one of the New York best-selling books. He's won all kind of awards, and they're out of Japan. So if you Google Dr. Emoto Messages of Water, you will see. You can see it there. And it's on Amazon and all the other different book outlets. But yeah, you can Google it; it'll send you right to where you can get the books. It's a really powerful book. It's been around for a while, but now they have the children books, and it's true. The examples that they use about "We love you, water." When you talk to water that way, and what water will do compared to we hate you water. He's done these experiments that's unbelievable with the crystals. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share with you too, Leon. You know, we're all of us as human beings and animals are 90% water. So just think about being mindful of the words that you say to somebody else and how people feel when you say, I love you, you light them up. When you say, I hate you, they feel ugly inside. They're because they're water. And so, yes, I've seen the studies with the water crystals changing from beautiful formations like snowflakes or all different kinds of beautiful butterfly designs. And then if you put the word hate on a bottle of water, you can watch it just become ugly. So again, putting those positive mind thoughts of peace, love, happiness, and thanks, being grateful, being mindful of what you say to others. And yeah, so we're gonna incorporate the book into our storyline with Waterflow the whale because it's going to be about a summer camp on the Big Island, and we're going to have the Hawaiian children read this book, and this is another way that we can be a dream team, like you said, and make it all happen. So thank you for sharing all this amazing, wonderful work today.
Yeah, and you're exactly right when you said about just talking to people. We can say water we love you, water we hate you, and see the difference. But like you just said, Mariana, if you talk with love and peace, it makes people feel better compared to if you said I hate you. That's like negative vibe. So it can really affect you. So just in everyday life, to be happy and be with, kind words is amazing.
So I see that Earl and Derek have joined us. Welcome, guys. How's
Afternoon, everyone.
how's life with both of you? Anything new going on?
It is 110 outside. I'm not stepping outside.
And I'm doing my radio broadcast as usual this afternoon. And getting ready to perform a wedding tomorrow.
Oh, where's the wedding? Is it in Iowa or somewhere else?
Yeah, it's down in Dallas Center.
So, Leon, do you want to give Derek an update with the Navajo Hopi reservation? He's in Arizona there, and we're going to be opening up some of those juice, water, coffee, tea bars down the road, I believe, in Sedona and Scottsdale. Can you give Derek an update? He's been really busy.
Yeah, we just sent a lot of replacement filters to the Hopi and Navajo last week. We're sending some more next week. And we're looking at opening up these coffee, water, and juice bars and ice stations because, like you said, it's 110 degrees down there. And it's going to be in Sedona and Scottsdale. We're looking at working with this private equity company, and they're going to be opening up these stores. Well, the funding is going to start at the end of July. So then they'll start going through the stores. A percentage of that go to Clean Water Foundation, and we will have Mariana's books in these stores along with some of her puppet characters. One of them, Waterflow the whale, and we're doing a campaign called Flow for Love of Water. So we'll be down that way, and hopefully we can connect up with you when those stores open up, and we'll have her merchandise in there along with Dr. Emoto's Messages of Water, Dr. Emoto out of Japan books, and they're actually putting together some children Messages of Water books. So pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be heading your way, and we have to connect up.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yep. And we just did a big event yesterday and having an event today. Gold Coast Magazine, who did an article on us, and Mariana can forward you the electronic copy, or I'll send you an electronic copy of the stores that we're going to be opening up, talking about the concerts that we're going to have in Australia and El Salvador for Water for Children. So things are going really, really
We're
well.
listening
So
to DJ Wolfman.
we'll be going your way soon.
And I also have to be broadcasting live on the World of Ability podcast this afternoon as usual. So I'm spending time with those my good friends over there, and still taking requests. So if you got something special that you want to hear, come join me in the chat room, crucialsoundsradio.uk. Come up next, I've got Daughtry featuring Lizzie Hale, the Xyz, Foo Fighters, Florence and the Machine, Lilac, and a lot more. Coming at you next. Go ahead, folks.
So,
So, can you hear me?
yep, we can hear you.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I don't know if Derek was ever introduced to Santa. Santa's got a great program, and Derek also helps teach the youth in Arizona. You want to share a little bit again, Santa?
Yeah, I can. I create a lot of happiness and sharing and caring, and because the world's been a pretty ugly place for the last, especially the last 4 or 5 years. So people are looking for some positivity, some happiness, some joy in their lives. And this is one of the programs that I've got going, where I promote your business. Is your business Santa approved? And it's starting to grow legs and sprouting wings. And I've talked to people from 16 different countries about this in the last 10 days. So people are starting to pay attention, starting to see things. And, it's opening the doors. But I also do videos to happy birthday videos and Santa check-in videos. And I come up with a lady got a hold of me here a couple weeks ago and gave me a brand new idea for a thank you video. I mean, we as society forget to say please and thank you for a lot of the things that we take for granted. So she had an exceptional experience with a bank, and I went, that doesn't exist. Banks don't give exceptional services. And of course, we all giggled and laughed, but she said no, she had a problem with a bank for about 7 weeks, and someone finally solved it. And she said, can you make a video to say thank you to this lady for going over and above her normal work duties? And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So I quickly whipped up a video, and she sent it off to the bank, and it's made its way all the way up to the branch manager, my understanding. So, we as society need to maybe take a step back and remember to say please and thank you for some of the services that we do get. So people are coming up with all different kinds of ideas for me, and I get to share some happiness and create some smiles. So that's just some of the things that I do.
Awesome.
Yeah, Derek, can you tell us what projects you've been working on?
I'm I'm just coming out of tax season, so I've been underground and hiding, trying to get everyone's taxes in, saving the world one spreadsheet at a time. So just kind of resurfaced today, even though still kind of in the middle of it, but also busy with the high school. So we just started our summer session. Kids were happy because one of the things I do there is, if they're going to read a book, I'm going to read it with them. I got 2 chapters into the book and I realized it was not a good book. Very interesting topic, not well written. So I sent all the kids saying, hey, you can stop. And we'll have a discussion next week about why the book wasn't all that great. But they were happy that they were stopped 40 pages in and didn't have to read the entire 600 pages.
Oofta. Could have been a little tough if there was not much enthusiasm there.
Well, that's the thing. So I always tell my students that I'm not going to have them do anything I wouldn't do. And by chapter two, very interesting topic. It was actually about how fortunate we are to live now because we do have such advances in health as opposed to like in the 1500s. Like the 1500s, you catch a sniffle and you're pretty much dead. So a lot of advances. So very interesting topic, very not well written. And so I had the students stop because it was painful for me. So if it's painful for me, they were probably having a hard time.
So, Emily, I don't know if you can share the two videos that I created for the show. Love is the Only Way, featuring Waterflow the whale, who receives the water filters, or Robo Motivation. If you can pull those up, and Rich the Ostrich, who receives water filters as well. So that's what we've been working on, Derek. And so with Leon and everything, I know you read Underwater Acts of Kindness, and
Yep.
you have Noah, the hard of hearing whale, and it's a great story. So we take, global topic messages, such as last week, we had a great show. It was World's Oceans Day. I showed videos of the ocean cleanup with Boynton Slat, the inventor over in UK. When he was 19, he started creating these machines that are going worldwide to collect the garbage. And they had their 100th excavation. So we showed that video last week, not only once, but twice, to show that with the world of what's happening. And you read the book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, that features Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who is recruited by a sea turtle to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And I know you're a fan of the Folk Manus puppets. Now, Leon's got the new Waterflow the whale. So tell us, share your experiences with these Folk Manus puppets. They're wonderful. They're educational tools. They are snuggly, cuddly. You just stick them in the washer and let them air dry. Santa, they're great gifts for everybody. And Derek, again, it's summer break for a lot of teachers. So all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of the Acts of Kindness series books and coloring books and Folk Manus puppets from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. It just takes 10 minutes to fill it out. They're for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, climate change, sign language. I'm on the social emotional learning curriculum, Hawaii Department of Education. And last fall, Subaru Hawaii gave $25,000 to teachers requesting products for their classroom. So this is the time of the year, Santa, to get the word out to all classroom teachers how easy it is to get these books into the classroom, starting to read. And Derek, we created YouTube channels, 4 videos with Trevor Gibbs from A Charity Revolution, the web detective, ADA compliance, to upload the videos of Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, doing the ASL 26-letter finger spelling alphabet, Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee, Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, and Greta Gobble on the golf course, who does the numbers of the 1 through 9. And she has her own app game. We have 10 Apple app games now. So you can go out and play and have fun by learning the alphabet and then testing your skills on Apple app games. So it's a great package here. And again, we just wanted to share it. So tell us about Folk Manus puppets, and Leon too. What do you think when you got these puppets sent to you? Because Santa's going to get these puppets now. Folk Manus is sending him a catalog. What's your experience with them?
Oh, they're just, I think it was funny you mentioned that they're snuggly. They are very snuggly. They're just fun. They're just fun to have around. So I have the whale, I have the sloth, and then I have a bunch of little finger puppet wildcats. So they're just good fun.
Leon, are you there? Tell us about Waterflow.
Yeah, when we got it, I got it from Auntie Renee in Hawaii. It was a great experience. We were actually with Lucy Lynch when we picked up the water flow of the well, and we were doing an event in Hawaii. LeVar Burton, I don't know if you know who he is. He's from Star Trek and Roots. He was at our event. And we were at your favorite place, the Harvard Pub, which is right on the marina where they made Gilligan's Island. We were with some of the folks from Hawaii Five-0, the producers. Great party, great event, great fundraiser. We had we picked up, which is down the street, water flow the whale and some of the unicorn ponies from Auntie Renee at the Equus Hotel in Waikiki, Hawaii. And they're going to be great for the kids. I mean, oh my God, when those puppets go in the store, especially like I was saying, water flow the whale, you know, for the to educate the children and their families about the garbage patch and clean, fresh drinking water, and to have those puppets in those stores, I think it's going to be like the next hottest thing since sliced bread. It's that great. Yeah.
Wait, you can slice bread?
No, it's gonna be the hottest thing since sliced bread. You know, when sliced bread came out, it was a whole new, like, oh my God, because everybody used to buy bread by the loaf and they didn't have sliced bread. So when the guy who invented sliced bread, it took off like AI. So I think that Waterflow the Rail and all of Mariana's other puppets is gonna be like the greatest invention since sliced bread.
Yeah, so speaking of AI, Leon, I wanted to share too with Derek and our listeners, is we about 2 months ago we were introduced to Alec Hilt, and Alec told us about the great discovery, and what they do is they can translate my books or anybody's books into 100 languages and price it out to that country for affordability for them to get the books and listen to the books, read the books. So we're working on that. And within an hour, he created your video. We need to get that over to Derek. Emily, I don't know if you could pull that up too with Leon's video, with him speaking in Spanish about the Hopi Navajo and the PPE units and everything like that. It's just amazing what some of the AI technology is coming out, if it's truthful. And not fake information or plagiarism or using other people, but we're excited to use this platform in the fall as well. Right, Leon. That was a great video. They translated it to Spanish. We'll have to get that to you, Derek.
Or do you just want to set up tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So we got some other people here. Is
So
that
I say
Randy?
that I say that we have Rudy. Hi, Rudy.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Rudy.
How's it going, everybody?
How's life for Rudy? What's new? What's going on in your world?
Keeping busy just the way I like it. Several irons in the fire.
In the whole financial world.
Oh yeah, financial literacy, that's one element of it. I have a couple of partnerships and we're working on helping small business owners as well in multiple areas that are very complementary to mine. Got a lot of fun stuff going on.
Rowdy Rudy is in the house.
Indeed.
So I said we also have we have it here. We have also Barbara here too. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, you can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh
Hi,
yeah, I'm
Barbara.
trying
It's
to
been
get
a
it
while.
so you can see me too, but I'm working on it. Someone took me shopping and I'm still not driving, and I'm telling them I can walk with my walker, with my groceries back home, but looked like it might rain. They want it to be good. People want to be good, want to give me a ride home, but I'm here, and I'm here with important things to say. And here it is. The important thing is, like, when you're working with people are going to say like, no, that's too low. You're not going to tell me what's wrong, what's been bad, we're going to talk about how you want things to be. We're going to talk about the future and how things are going to be, as we tweak it, as we create it with our words. And this guy was a therapist, and he was working with a lot of teenagers who were, really depressed and having a really hard time. And it was amazing. As soon as he made that little tweak in the way they were communicating, like all these people started getting healthy again, started getting well. And this guy now, in order to get to work with him, to bring your kids to him as a therapist, there's like, a 2 months wait, because it just went around like wildfire that this guy was helping miracles happen for young people. And it was just that like one thing, we're not going to talk about how we got hurt or, what went wrong. We're going to talk about how we're creating things to be. What are we creating? And that kind of mindset. And yeah. And he helped so many people with that little tweak of language. So I was excited to come and share that. Now I'm excited to share like what my face looks like. I'm not being able to do that yet. But you could hear me and I made sense.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I could always try to say it again, louder and slower and whatever. Because yeah, I thought I was excited to hear about, to hear about these successes and to know that's what we're working on here, right? To see people get happier and healthier and prouder, more confident, more proud, more loving, right? Happier and healthier, wiser and more prosperous. I'm so glad to be part of this group. Thank you, guys.
Barbara, are you in Florida?
Yeah, I'm still in Florida, yes.
How's the weather there?
Well, in the last couple of days, it's been on and off rainy. But so far, the canal behind this house, like last year or 2 years ago, it came right up to the house one time. And there was a storm and a flood, and it did not do that. It would just rain, like just enough to make us worry. And then just stop and go back and let us know everything's all right. So that's like what's been happening here. People looking, because what, so many of the houses here, I mean, big, beautiful, expensive houses, but they're on water level. So you can't have any cellars, can't have any basements, because the house is pretty much just a little above water level. So when there's a big rain, a lot of, the nicest streets get flooded and the cars and the houses. So that's a challenge for people in this part of Florida. But yeah, we did real good where I stay. And if anybody wants to come to Florida, I am always so happy to, have guests come and stay and show them the places we can play and, promise my daughter, like not more than a week or 2 weeks, the most, for her, to have new brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles that come to be with us. But we do have this condo on the beach that we really want to rent out for a year and maybe even sell to the right person. So anybody wanting to come to Florida, rich or poor, it's good to have money. That's what my grandma used to say, whether you're rich or poor, it's good to have money. But anybody rich, or poor, who's like, here we are working to see the world a kinder and more intelligent, healthier, happier place. Who we have on these shows, I would be proud to honor, by having anyone come into my environment. Just our problem is when people come to be with us, a lot of times then nobody wants to leave. We'll be really good at being hostesses, my daughter and I, and trying to make things fun and relaxed and happy. And then the trick is like how, how to let people go back home, but still know, we're family and we're always together, and, sharing is caring, and we're proud to know each other, and we're proud to meet like this, right?
Right. So Debbie, why you're coming here? Do you have any thoughts of conversation as of late?
I'm sorry, what?
So do you have any thoughts as of about the conversation?
Well, I enjoy listening and seeing what everybody's doing and all the books that have been coming out. It's been pretty exciting to listen to all of this. Of course, Earl's got his radio program going on and lots of videos that are getting made. So that's pretty awesome. I'm here to help let everybody know that Legal Shield is a great way to help protect their families and have identity protection for an affordable amount. Then it actually protects a family instead of just one person at a time. So I'm here to help anybody that all of their friends and people that haven't had opportunity yet. So appreciate being able to be on here. Emily, thank you for opening us up for us.
Yeah.
Something else that I'm going to add to this is that I'm continuing my work in talking about Lions International and being a part of your local Lions Club. Lions International is the largest civic organization that's known worldwide. And the Lions clubs all over the world work with their communities to stay connected with community in so many ways, whether it be for helping with disaster relief, helping with people who need eyeglasses, hearing aids, kids site program, the Leader Dog program. There's so much that we are doing at Lions International, and I encourage everyone who wants to be a part of their community and volunteer and serve their community, get involved with Lions, your local Lions Club and Lions International.
Yeah, he's exactly right. I work with him in Mexico. We did a water project in Mexico with the Lions Club. They've been around a long time. You would rank them with like #1 humanitarian organizations in the world, like World Vision, the Gates Foundation. They're Peace Corps. They're in that category. Like I said, we were doing a water project in Mexico, and it was a real hard project because we had to get the water equipment in, and you got to go through the governments and everything. But once you got the Lions Club and they're part of it, they can expedite everything for you. They got the connections. They make sure the stuff get through these different countries with no hiccups. They're a great, great organization. And even for you, Mariana, to reach out to them about what you're doing, and maybe they can put the books or something with the kids in some of the communities that they're working with. They're like the Rotary Club, same thing. All those guys is like top, #1 humanitarian organizations in the world. And if you got a connection with them, Mariana, I would say, hook up and put that together, as another horse in the ring.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we could talk about it offline, but I think you should connect up with them because that would be another horse in the ring, and they would love the idea just like we love what you're doing. And that would be, like I said, another horse in the ring to get with them. And now that you got a straight connection to them, I think that would be a good one to work with, along with us in the water unit. So let's put a bundle package together. Maybe myself and you, Marianne, and if you need any help, because I worked with them before, we can put a proposal together to the Lions Club, myself and you know, the bundle package.
Yeah, let's do it. Sounds like a plan. That's what networking does. So Emily, I just emailed you the 2 videos. Wondering if you can pull them up during the show here to show the videos that we created with the new characters, Waterflow the whale swimming with the water filters, and Robo Motivation, a robot with a heart receiving them and rolling around the world, delivering the filters. And the second video is Rich and Radiant, where the recipient is called Rich the ostrich, because he's rich and radiant. I am. And it's a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch. So Emily, I just emailed you those. Don't know if you can pull them up. I'm sure Derek would love to see them too. Derek, it's been fun working on these projects here. And you know, I need funding to make it all the dream come true, to bring these to animation movies. We have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And they're just global messages for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and we're working on the climate change book called Cool Acts of Kindness. So we have chapter 1 written so far, and we sent that to Leon, and Suzanne and I are committed to writing a chapter a week. And we've defined the 10 leading characters. Waterflow the whale, robot with a heart, Robo Motivation. Rich the ostrich is a recipient of receiving the water filters, because Leon has shared stories in the past about Disney and them bringing filters to ostriches in Africa. And we have a yellow bird named Greta Thunberg in honor of she's a climate change champion, spectrum educator in UK, a youth, very strong youth advocator. So in honor of her, we have a emperor penguin called Mr. Penmanship, who's going to be part of the Greenpeace movement to encourage everybody to write letters to Greenpeace and Congress. So there's little activities and projects that we're going to have in this book. It's going to be seen as a summer camp on the big island of Hawaii. And so, yeah, it's great fun with the creativity and the scenes, and now the thought to action to see them into animation movies, the trailer videos that we created, Emily. And if you can bring them up like you did in the past, then people can hear what I'm talking about and see what Leon and I have been working on. Do you have those videos, Emily?
Yeah, I'm getting them.
Okay.
But
Just want to make sure that the email transition went through. I'm in San Carlos, Mexico here. And I want to shout out Happy Father's Day to everybody who happens to be a father. You guys are celebrating tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day to everyone. That's exactly right. Well, yeah, Marianne, I think you hit the nail on the head when you're talking about, like you said, to do the movies and the things that you're putting together. I think it's genius, and I think it's going to be great for the whole world to witness that and see that what you're putting together. And like you said, it's all about the funding. So it's like, you know, you're climbing the ladder, and no, you got a really genius plan.
Baron, I might have a connection for you on the funding thing. I'll send you a message on LinkedIn about that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That would be great. Thank you.
Of course,
See,
anytime.
networking works. Yes. And
Is it your
we're gonna,
cats, Rudy? Are your cats finally going to invest?
Right. Yeah, they would probably buy stock in the cat food companies if they were going to invest in anything. Yeah, cat food companies, and they would definitely buy pork belly futures because my cats love ham. So yeah, they'd go all over the place with that.
Well, we got the dream team. So Mariana, there you go. I'm working on the private equity. They're working on some things. And like I said, you got a genius idea.
Well, this is what the world needs, and no one has done anything for animation movies with sign language characters, and especially for our disability community being represented, having diversity. It's Pride weekend. Happy Pride to everybody. I had the opportunity to interpret sign language for a deaf man in the gay community for over 10 years. What great fun I had with that Ohana and family. I couldn't imagine life differently, but I got to do sign language on several different platforms in the Hawaii theater, the hotels out there, even on the catamaran cruises, they brought me on board. And there's actually a guy that looked like Walt Disney. So what a journey I have. And so glad that, I ran into him and offered my services of signing, and what great joy it was. And he's part of this team too, to help bring these books into animation movies. He's given me a lot of creativity, especially making sure the characters are joyful and happy. He left the island of Hawaii before the pandemic, and he pursued his career. He's now living in San Diego, and he became a veterinary assistant. So so getting a lot of information with these different characters and survival with climate change, and the no fear deer who can't hear out of its right ear. We got some great characters, and so it's going to be great fun this summer to get that book ready for you. And the color themes too. I've gotten a lot of compliments. Patty with Pathways with Patty, she saw the website. I had an interview with her in Winter Solstice. My podcast interview will be airing July 10th. Leanne, you met her too as well, and she loves the colors of the books. We have rainbows on the books. It's a very, very colorful story, and as well as the app games too. So I encourage you guys to check it out this weekend. It's fun for Father's Day. The YouTube Acts of Kindness series, you can learn the alphabet, and you can play the Apple app games for free. And they're very colorful and brilliant, and thank you. And this is what the world needs. No one has done anything for this population. And again, we have over 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. And no one has done anything for children or persons with disabilities to have a birthday party. And we have a birthday party in our second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bullies. So I can just imagine those puppets and the books on the shelves of these coffee, juice, water, tea bars, having a different theme, highlighting a different puppet. And it's just going to be so much fun. I can't wait for the world to do that and get feedback. I've had other people read the book and they just love it. Patty's reviewing the books now, and she's going to write it in her newsletter, Pathways to Patty, to announce my interview. So I'll share that with you guys as well. And if you want to email me, marianneofwaikiki@gmail.com, send me your email. And I will send you the 3 books to read, as we are now produced with the 3 books, and they are available on Amazon. And Underwater Acts of Kindness is also on Audible, where you can hear each chapter. You can hear Lucy and the Perfect Wave, her sounds, the soundtrack, and Nick's guitar sounds like whales and dolphins.
Okay, Marianne, I have your videos up here. We are almost at the end of the show here.
Okay.
So it's quick.
All right, Derek, here we go.
Rich and radiant I am, rich and radiant I am, I am. Rich and radiant I am, rich and radiant I am, I am. Now is the time to realign with my truth so deep inside. I am always provided for in this moment.
pause.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Can you pull up Love is the Only Way? Video?
Yeah.
So that was my fiber team in Pakistan. So that took about a week to create and edit, and it's in closed captioning, and I just think it's brilliant. Because it's like Christmas Santa. I work with them in the middle of the night, usually from 3 to 5 o'clock in the morning here in San Carlos. And then I wake up, it's Christmas, and they send this to me, and I go, oh my gosh, tears of joy, Santa, tears of joy. Here we are, Leon, Seattle, Washington. Meet Waterflow the whale.
Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Take a breath. Let it be alright. Take a breath. Let it be enough right now. Let this moment be what it is. Let this moment be your doorway to bliss. Seeking love, 'cause it's seeking you.
Thank you, Emily.
That is so awesome, Mariana. Both the Lucy Lynch song and the animation. We're on our way.
What'd you think, Derek?
That was cute.
I love the expression on the robot when he receives the water filters. His eyes light up, his mouth smiles. He's ready to rock and roll, Leon. He's ready to roll these water filters around the world. And I just love it. That's my favorite part, is when he receives those water filters.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I really think, like I said, once this private equity and the other funding start coming in, it's going to go worldwide without a doubt. And I'm going to send that video. I want to get a copy of that because I want to send it to El Salvador, because we're actually working with the president of El Salvador with his group on doing a water treatment plant over there. But I want to send that to him. If you can send me a link to say this is some of the marketing that we'll be doing worldwide. So if you can send me a link of that, that'll be great.
Yep, you have them. You have them. Any updates for the United Nations this summer?
We were part of World Water Day, so we're still working with those guys, but definitely send me that link. What Emily just put up, that animation video with the robot bringing the filters around the world, because I think we could start promoting that now.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Emily, I will send over a video to you for next week. That is a promo video for Lions International.
Okay, sounds good. So I guess we are kind of at our end here. Did want to thank everybody for coming on. We are here every Saturday at 1:00 p.m. Central, and we'll encourage everybody to check out all of our social media. If you're interested in coming on, welcome all of you guys back. Let us know. I also like to thank our partners of Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Lawrence Wingate Studios, Zach Clayton on the Pack Channel, Jay Joy on the Disability Channel, for their support of the network and the shows. And I guess until next time, everybody have a safe and productive week, and